start about the second part of this topic about fundamental principles of programmed instruction and merits and demerits of programmed instruction. Fundamental principles of programmed learning. The first principle of this learning is principle of small steps. This principle is based on the basic assumption that the learner learns better if the content matter is presented to him in suitable small steps. Therefore, while preparing the program, the programmer should try to arrange the subject matter into a properly sequenced and meaningful segment or steps of information known as frames. These segments should be presented one at a time before the active responding of the learner. The second principle is the principle of active responding. In programmed learning, the learner can take part actively in the classroom teaching learning process. Here, the learners are required to respond continuously to the frame presented to them. They don't get any problem in moving from one frame to another and remain active by responding to the frame and acquire the knowledge step by step. The third principle is the principle of immediate reinforcement. This principle is based on the psychological phenomena of reinforcement. The learner learns better when when he is motivated to learn by receiving the information of the result immediately after responding. Therefore, good program should be based on the principles of reinforcement through which the learner learns better and he learns immediately whether his answer is correct. Number 4, principle of self-pacing. Program learning is highly individualized technique. It is based on the basic assumption that learning can take place better if the learner is allowed to learn at his own pace. Therefore, a good program should always give importance to the principle of self-pacing. The programming of the materials should be done on the basis of the principle of individual difference so that the learner may able to respond and move from one frame to another according to his or her own speed of learning. Number 5, principle of student testing. For success of learning, continuous evaluation of the learners is very essential. So, there is the need of principles of student testing. In program learning, the learner has to leave the record of his response because he is required to write a response for each frame on a response sheet. Whenever there are more wrong answers, the programmer can detect the reasons and accordingly he tries to revise and improve the program. Then I will discuss about the merits of programmed instruction. First point is programmed learning is one of the suitable method or media of individualized instruction. In this technology, importance is given to the needs and ability of the learner. The scope of self-pacing gives the chance to the learners for learning with their own speed. The second point, there is an immediate reinforcement which can motivate the learners for their subsequent stage of learning. Third one, it can free the teacher from larger load of work of the learners and devote their time to creative and constructive activities. Number four, programmed instruction proves an effective teaching strategy or technique because in it, content may be thoroughly analyzed and presented in a suitable steps and logical sequences. Instructional objectives are properly set and feedback is properly provided. Number five, it can effectively use in guidance and remedial instructions also. Six, it helps to develop the scientific and logical attitude of the learners. The last point is that it involves both learning and evaluation. Therefore, it can help auto-learning and auto-evaluation of the learners. Demerits of this instruction. In program learning, the role of the teacher is minimum. There is no direct role by the teacher in this program learning. The second one is there is no sense for learners' creativity. Their responses are highly structured. Number three, there is the need of trained and efficient person for preparing the instruction for program learning. This is not possible for a general teacher. Number four, in programmed instruction, there is a tight schedule of the timetable. Therefore, it is difficult for the learner to learn the content matter in a limited period of time. Number five, program learning gives emphasis only on fulfillment of cognitive objectives of the learners. Thank you.